And this is how I know what my heart rate should be when I'm trying to run.
This is bouncing terribly.
Here is my post-workout breakfast, and I feel really good. I'm intuitively eating as well, which is another thing I wanted to touch on. We are literally at square one with the endurance work, but welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I decided that I'm gonna run and then I'm gonna go lift. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me for my little hybrid athlete day. I'm trying to get back into running, but I'm actually horrible at it. And because I haven't ran consistently in like 6+ months, my progress, we're at square one right now. Like, I am back to the beginning. I didn't know you could lose endurance like this, but I lost all that I had. I didn't have much before, but I lost it all. So we're starting out very, very slow. And if you guys are beginner runners, this would be a perfect opportunity to jump in and join me if you want to get into running. Because it's good to balance weightlifting with running, you know? And I just want to get better at it because I suck so bad at running. I'm taking this running pretty, I guess, seriously, because before when I tried to run, I would just run for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes and try to just last that long, even if my heart rate was at like 200 beats per minute, which is not the way to go. I'm just trying to learn to pace myself a little bit more and understand like heart rate ranges when you're running. And I have a runner friend. You can follow her. Her Instagram is NightFit, and she was a D1 runner, and she has a ton of information on running and stuff. In her program, she says her easy runs, your heart rate goal should be within 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. Speed runs for your speed pace is 70 to 85% of your max heart rate, and then a steady jog pace is 60 to 75% of your max heart rate. I'm just trying to go for a steady jog pace, so 60 to 75% of my maximum heart rate, which max heart rate is 220 minus your age. That can give you a rough estimate. So 220 minus 23 is 197 is my max. So let's figure out a percentage here. And this is how I know what my heart rate should be when I'm trying to run. Because it shouldn't be like 190 for 30 minutes straight. That's just not the move, and that's how I was running before, if I'm gonna be honest. So 197 times 0.6 is 118. I've never seen my heart rate that low. 197 times 0.75, 147. So let's just say 150. All right, so I'm probably gonna aim for like 150. I just don't think my heart rate can stay that low. But what we're gonna do for my heart rate to stay low while I'm running is I'm gonna run, and then if my heart rate gets to like 170, 180, we're gonna walk for a second, and then it's gonna drop, and then I'll start running again, just to build up my endurance and get my heart stronger. I don't know, I'm not a pro, so we're listening to the people that do know. Let's go try this. I'm gonna try to run for like 30 minutes. It's probably gonna be a run-walk combo, but let's get it. Duke, are you coming?
No shot.
You wanna go for a run? Do you know how to run for a long period of time or no? Okay. You like walks though. You wanna go for a walk? Fuck yeah, you do. Here's my little outfit: Gymshark top, Elf bottoms, and then these are my favorite shoes ever for running. These are the New Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V12. I know it's a long name, but they're the best. I have these in white and in black, and they literally just feel like clouds when you're running. Equivalent to a Hoka, however you say it. I've actually never had those before, but I think these are way cuter than the Hokas, and they're super comfortable. And I hit a PR with these, 5 miles, and I've never done that in my life.
I thought you're not supposed to static.
Stop that.
Our first little stop to walk. My heart rate's at 170. 0.65 miles. I'm just waiting for my heart rate to drop to like 140, 135. We just hit 1 mile. I swear these shoes are actually valid if Jay's wearing them too.
My legs hurt, my feet hurt. But I can't show Chase that I'm a bitch because I'm not. Feel me?
No, please. Every time my heart rate gets to 170, I stop and walk. And then I let it go down to like 130, 135. We're at 21 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm trying to get to 30.
This is going to be the worst camera job ever. It's just bouncing terribly.
Oh my god. 2. I literally didn't even say what I was doing. I'm here at Gold's and I'm hitting a glute day. We are not losing our ass, even though we're running and doing endurance and cardio. So we're still hitting legs. I'm still hitting upper body too, but in a full body workout. I just don't have any goals to build my upper body anymore. And I just want to keep it like lean and muscular and strong. So that's like the number one thing. I don't want to lose my strength. I want to continue to be able to do like pull-ups and dips and stuff like that. I never want to lose that stuff. Today is a dedicated glute day. I am back home and we are going to eat breakfast now, finally. We have my coffee, some eggs, and Dave's Killer Blueberry Bagel. I just found out about this cream cheese. I got it from Sprouts. It's Good Culture probiotic cream cheese, plain. So freaking good. 11 grams of protein in a bagel. That's pretty good. It's a double yolk. Can you see it? It's a double. I'm gonna do 1 egg and a couple egg whites. I wasn't expecting 2 yolks from that one, but I was gonna do 2 eggs and some whites. But that one has 2 yolks already. I have a pet peeve that Jay does. When he cooks eggs, instead of throwing the shell in the garbage, he puts the shell back in the container. And I know some of you nasty motherfuckers are doing that. Stop. Don't. Because then how are you recycling the container? They all get like stuck and crumpled. It's just gross. Okay? Don't do it. Let me show you what we got going on here. Here is my post-workout breakfast, and then this little canned coffee. It's pretty good, but for some reason it kind of makes me tired, and I don't know if it's because it has ashwagandha in it. It tastes good though, and only 80 milligrams of caffeine, so we love that. We're also drinking a shit ton of water. Especially because it's hot out, I drink so much water. Hi, buddy. Okay, I need to take my supplements. Opti-Pure, which is just my loaded multivitamin, inositol, and my vitamin D. Okay, I want to give you guys a little life update because I was working with a coach and now I'm not. I was tracking macros and now I'm not. I wasn't running at all and now I am. So just like a lot of changes have happened within like the last 2 months. So I worked with a coach for about 4 months, maybe 5 months, and I've had like 1 to 2 months by myself right now. This is going on month 2. When I was working with my coach, we fixed a ton of underlying issues that I had really high iron in my blood and we fixed that. I was really fatigued and my cortisol was fucked. We fixed that. I'm on supplements now that have literally changed my life and I didn't think supplementation could actually make a big impact on me. I kind of was against it for a really long time. So we got that locked in. Just basically deep dove into all of my wellness and health in the inside so that I could get optimal results on the outside. We were just strength training the entire time. I was lifting 3 to 4 days a week, bodybuilding style, lifting split. Wasn't a huge fan of it, but I was like, just trust the process. I've had a lot of great outcomes with like the supplementation and him helping me with that stuff and just optimizing my health in all aspects. So I was like, I just need to give this a shot. I'm willing to do anything just to feel better and to kind of just like make a change because I felt like I was at like a little bit of a plateau and I was just like adrenal fatigue, it felt like. Duke is chewing on his bone, so if you see me like being yanked back and forth, he needs to be occupied. So that was fine, and then life just started to happen. Like we moved into this new place. I was getting really exhausted with tracking macros and the bodybuilding style workout was just not my cup of tea. I have never been super interested in bodybuilding. I've always been an athlete. I was a gymnast and then I did CrossFit for a really long time. Loved CrossFit. Kind of overdid it with CrossFit, hurt my back a little bit. And then when I moved to Texas from Wisconsin, I didn't have a car, so I couldn't go to a CrossFit gym, and I just stuck with the bodybuilding style because that's literally all I had access to. I was taking the shuttle to the campus gym, and that's what I was doing. So I kind of just had to stop CrossFit, and then I was like, I miss it. I started doing circuits here and there, got a car, started doing CrossFit again, kind of fell out of love with it, honestly. And now I kind of am at where I am right now after the whole coaching situation. I'm still weightlifting, very functional based training though. It's not just bodybuilder style, it's not machines, it's mostly all free weights. I don't really like to lift on machines. I just like to do free weights. So dumbbells, barbell, bands, anything like that. For my workouts, lots of full body days and lots of body weight stuff like pull-ups, push-ups, squats. I never want to lose my pull-ups and dips and things like that. I still want to be strong and I still want to conserve a lot of my muscle because I don't want my metabolism to tank if I start losing muscle if I run too much. So it's just really important to me to kind of have a balance of both running and lifting just because they complement each other so much and I don't want to get injured from one or the other. I just want to have a balanced training split and I want to feel like an athlete, you know what I mean? So that's what we're doing. I'm weightlifting, doing functional work, I'm doing circuits too, and I'm just doing it all. And I feel really good. I'm intuitively eating as well, which is another thing I wanted to touch on. Macros was just getting really, really exhausting, and I was at the point where I was starting to get some of like my bad habits from in the past with eating back. Like they started to come to the forefront and I was like, I don't like this at all. Like, why am I thinking like this about food? Like, I felt like I was losing my control a little bit, which was not what I wanted to do at all. And when you're tracking macros, you're tracking literally every gram of food that you're eating and it's exhausting. I think it's really important for everybody to track their food for at least like 2 weeks just to understand what they're eating, if they're eating enough protein and everything like that. But I don't think it's a long-term approach at all. I feel like it's just kind of like a learning lesson and then being intuitive is honestly the way to go. And so I'm back intuitive eating. I've intuitively ate like my whole life and I was only tracking when I was with a coach. So I just feel so much like myself again. I'm listening to myself, I'm listening to my body, I'm doing the workouts that I like, I'm eating what I want, and not feeling guilty about it, because when I was tracking macros, if I'm gonna be so real right now, I was eating chicken and rice and beef and rice every single day, and for breakfast I was having like the same eggs and oatmeal or whatever. And I was at the point where I was like not satisfying any of my cravings. And don't get me wrong, I do like chicken and rice, I do like beef and rice, but I felt restricted for sure, which I was trying not to get myself to feel restricted, but I was. And so I would have like my eggs, chicken and rice, beef and rice. And then I was like, I wasn't even hungry for beef and rice. I was hungry for something else. And then I basically ate like 2 meals. So I ate my meal plan, and then I went to go actually eat what I wanted to eat afterwards, just because I was like filling my macros up. And it just got to the point where I was like, I'm just eating too much. Like, why am I eating this much? Like, I'm not even hungry for the chicken and rice and beef and rice, but I'm eating it anyways just because it fits a macro, and then I'm eating something else anyways. Like, why am I even following this? So it just got to the point where I was like, you know, I'm just trying to live. Like, I'm just trying to eat what I want to eat and be intuitive, because that's what gets me the best results, and everyone's different. Like, Jay can flip a switch like that and just be on macros and get crazy results, and some people are like that. For me personally, just because I feel like in the past I've had some negative emotions around food and negative thoughts around food that sometimes they do come back, and that's just not a healthy way for me to live, and that's not how I want to live. I want to enjoy life and make friends and go out to eat, go to coffee, and do all these things. So honestly, I just feel like I'm in a really, really good spot, and I'm really happy with that. I'm on a journey just to get my happiness back, and I feel like not doing things that weren't making me happy wasn't making me progress in my happiness, obviously. So I'm just really happy. Like, I feel so good, and I feel like myself, that I'm eating what I want and I'm training how I want to train. I felt so out of shape without any sort of cardio. So now that I'm doing it, I feel like an athlete again, and I feel so much better, even though we're at the basics. We are literally at square one with the endurance work, but just by doing a little bit like that, I feel 100 times better. By the way, me and Jade ended up running for 40 minutes instead of 30, and let me tell you the stats. 42 minutes. Our pace was 13 minutes just because we were running and walking, and then it was a total of 3.15 miles. So we did pretty good, and I think we're gonna do that every single morning during the week at least, and maybe on some days we won't. But 5 days of a run walk type thing, just to build up our endurance and become healthier and just get better at running. Plus, Jay signed up for a run, lift, shoot event with Cameron Haynes, so he has to run 6 miles or 8 miles, and he's never done that before, especially because he's put on all this like muscle mass. It's gonna be different, so we're just trying to get better at running and get better with our endurance. So I'm excited. I just feel really good, and back to my fucking roots. Like, I don't know why I was just kind of shutting off all my intuition, but dude, we're back and we feel good. We feel good. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. I will be answering every single one. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing week whenever you are watching this. And fucking listen to your body, okay? If you can take one thing out of this video, listen to your body. It doesn't mean go eat a bag of Cheetos because you're craving Cheetos. Do the right thing. Build healthy habits. But I think you will be so much happier if you just start being more intuitive. Because I am. I love you guys so freaking much. If you want to go follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you can follow me there. I also have a clothing brand, which is brand new, but launching amazing pieces. The material is insane. The fit is insane. Everyone is raving about how much they love these tops. So go follow Uncoded Clo, C-L-O, on Instagram. You can also shop uncodedclo.com. Thank you guys so much for the support. It is a small business, so I am working by myself to make this brand something huge, and I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys, so thank you so much in advance. And if you want to check TikTok on Uncoded Co, they might be running some TikTok shop discounts. It's out of my control, but TikTok sometimes just likes to throw discounts to maybe incentivize TikTok shop, so I would check there too. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and see you next time.